Before you skip this video, take just 60 seconds, because if you're 62 or older, there's a new Social Security update in June that could affect your monthly benefits, future payments, and retirement income more than most people realize. Many seniors are missing important information that could impact what they receive, and today I'll break down exactly what's happening, who may qualify, and what you need to watch for in the coming weeks. Stay with me until the end, because one of the most important details is something most retirees don't hear about until it's too late. And if you're interested in Social Security updates, pension news, retirement benefits, cost of living changes, and financial information specifically for seniors in the United States, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. This channel is dedicated to helping retirees and future retirees stay informed, protected, and up to date with the latest Social Security and pension developments. If you are 62 years old or older and you have been quietly wondering whether Social Security has anything meaningful left to offer you this month, then what you are about to hear is going to genuinely surprise you, and in the best possible way. June has arrived with something that millions of Americans in this age group have not been fully prepared for: a financial development tied directly to your Social Security benefits that is already making waves across the country. Whether you are already collecting your monthly payments or still in the planning phase, this affects you directly, and understanding exactly what is happening right now could mean the difference between leaving money on the table and claiming every single dollar you are owed. Let's start from the very beginning, because context is everything when it comes to Social Security. The Social Security Administration, known as the SSA, manages one of the largest and most complex benefit programs in the entire world. Every year, they make adjustments, recalculate figures, issue new guidelines, and in some cases, release payments and corrections that go out to eligible Americans who may not even realize they had something coming to them. June of this year is turning out to be one of those months where the timing, the policy updates, and the payment schedules have all aligned in a way that is genuinely significant for people who are 62 and older. And if you are not paying close attention, it is incredibly easy to miss what is happening right in front of you. Now, one of the most important things to understand about Social Security in the current moment is the role of the cost of living adjustment, or COLA. Each year, the SSA evaluates inflation and the rising costs of everyday goods and services, and then adjusts benefits accordingly so that recipients do not lose purchasing power over time. The COLA that took effect at the start of this year was one of the most impactful adjustments in recent memory, and the effects of that adjustment are still rippling through the system in ways that many people are just now beginning to fully feel in their monthly deposits. For those who are 62 or older, this is not just a small bump. For some recipients, depending on their benefit amount and their circumstances, the cumulative impact of this COLA, when added to other June-specific payment factors, is creating a noticeably larger check. But here is where it gets really interesting, and this is the part that most people overlook entirely. Social Security payment schedules are not as simple as everyone gets paid on the same day. The SSA distributes payments in waves based on your birth date. If your birthday falls between the 1st and the 10th of any given month, your payment arrives on the 2nd Wednesday of the month. If your birthday falls between the 11th and the 20th, you receive your payment on the 3rd Wednesday. And if your birthday falls between the 21st and the 31st, your check arrives on the 4th Wednesday of the month. In June, the way the calendar has fallen means that some recipients are seeing their payments arrive under particularly favorable timing, which, when combined with benefit adjustments and corrections, creates what many financial observers are calling a notably generous month for Social Security recipients age 62 and older. There is also something critically important happening right now that involves back payments and benefit corrections. The Social Security Administration periodically conducts reviews of payment histories for current and former recipients, and when errors or underpayments are discovered, they are legally required to correct them. These corrections can go back several months or even years in some cases, and the resulting lump sum payments can be substantial. Right now, in June, a significant number of people who are 62 and older are receiving these correction payments for the first time, and many of them had no idea they were coming. If you have recently received a deposit that was larger than your normal monthly benefit, this could very well be the reason why. And it is worth taking a moment to understand exactly where that money came from. Let's talk about the actual dollar amounts, because this is where things become very concrete. The average Social Security retirement benefit as of this year is approximately $1,900 per month, Though individual amounts vary widely based on your lifetime earnings record, the age at which you began claiming benefits, and whether you are receiving any supplemental payments or spousal benefits. However, once you factor in this year's COLA adjustment, any applicable correction payments, and the June payment timing, many recipients are seeing monthly deposits that exceed what they received even 6 months ago by a meaningful margin. For someone who started receiving benefits at 62, the specific calculation is different than for someone who waited until full retirement age, and it is different again for those who delayed until age 70. But across the board, the June window is presenting an opportunity for many recipients to see their financial situation improve. Now, if you are 62 and have not yet started claiming Social Security, this is also a moment to pay very close attention. The decision about when to start claiming is one of the most consequential financial decisions you will ever make. And the landscape right now, with current benefit levels, current COLA adjustments, and current SSA policies, makes it particularly important to understand all of your options. Starting at 62 means you can access your benefits earlier, but your monthly amount will be permanently reduced compared to what you would receive if you waited until your full retirement age, which is currently 67 for most people born after 1960. On the other hand, waiting has its own set of risks, particularly if your health is uncertain or if you need income now to cover your living expenses. The key is to make an informed decision based on your specific situation, not a generic one. There is another element of the June surprise that deserves its own focused attention, and that is the matter of Medicare premium adjustments and how they interact with your Social Security net payment. Many people who receive Social Security benefits also have their Medicare Part B premiums deducted directly from their monthly check. When Medicare premiums are adjusted, either up or down, it directly affects the net amount that hits your bank account each month. In recent months, there have been adjustments to these premium amounts that, for some recipients, have actually resulted in a higher net payment because the Medicare premium reduction offsets what would have been a lower benefit amount. Understanding this interaction is crucial if you want to accurately track and plan around your monthly Social Security income. Let's also address the Social Security Fairness Act, because this is a piece of legislation that has been generating a significant amount of discussion among those 62 and older, particularly public sector workers and their families. This act, which has been the subject of ongoing political and legislative activity, seeks to eliminate two provisions that have long reduced Social Security benefits for certain government employees, namely the windfall elimination provision and the government pension offset. For the millions of Americans who have been affected by these provisions, including teachers, firefighters, police officers, and other public servants, the potential elimination of these offsets represents a genuinely significant financial change. While the full implementation and legal framework continues to develop, the downstream effects are already being discussed and anticipated by recipients who stand to benefit. Here is something that a lot of people do not realize about their Social Security benefits. You are not simply locked into whatever amount you first started receiving. There are mechanisms within the Social Security system that allow for increases, adjustments, and in some cases, even strategic switches between benefit types that can result in a higher monthly payment. For example, if you claimed benefits early but have since continued working and paying into Social Security, your benefit amount can actually be recalculated upward at your full retirement age based on your updated earnings record. Similarly, if you are currently receiving spousal benefits but your own work record has improved, you may be eligible to switch to your own higher benefit amount. These kinds of adjustments are happening right now in June for a segment of the 62+ population, and they are contributing to what is shaping up to be a financially notable month. Let's also talk about the Supplemental Security Income, or SSI, component for those who qualify. SSI is a separate program from Social Security retirement benefits, but it is administered by the same agency, and it is available to people 62 and older who meet certain income and resource limits. In June, SSI payments are also subject to the same kind of timing dynamics and adjustment factors that affect regular Social Security benefits. And for recipients who receive both SSI and Social Security retirement benefits, the combined effect can result in a payment schedule and total deposit amount that looks notably different from what it was earlier in the year. If you are in this dual recipient category, it is well worth reviewing your payment notifications carefully to make sure you understand exactly what you are receiving and why. Now let's get very practical for a moment, because understanding all of this is only useful if you know what to actually do with the information. The very first thing you should do, if you have not already done so, is create or log into your My Social Security account online at ssa.gov. This is your personalized portal where you can see your complete earnings record, your estimated benefit amounts at different claiming ages, your payment history, any recent adjustments that have been made to your account, and communications from the SSA. Everything is there, and reviewing it costs you nothing but a few minutes of your time. If there has been any kind of correction, adjustment, or change made to your account in connection with the June payment cycle, it will be reflected in your online portal before it shows up in your bank account. Another critically important action to take right now is to check whether you are enrolled in the correct Medicare plan and whether your premium deductions are set up optimally for your situation. As mentioned earlier, Medicare premiums are deducted directly from Social Security for most recipients. And if you are enrolled in a plan that costs more than it should, or if you qualify for any Medicare savings programs that could reduce your premiums, you could effectively be giving back a portion of your Social Security every single month without realizing it. The Medicare savings programs, which include programs like the Qualified Medicare Beneficiary Program and the Specified Low-Income Medicare Beneficiary Program, are underutilized precisely because many people do not know they exist or do not realize they qualify for them. There is also the matter of taxation, and this is a point that catches many Social Security recipients genuinely off guard. Depending on your total income, which includes your Social Security benefits, any pension income, wages, investment income, and other sources, up to 85% of your Social Security benefits may be subject to federal income tax. This does not mean you will pay 85% in taxes. It means up to 85% of your benefit amount will be included in your taxable income. For many recipients in the 62 and older category, understanding this distinction and planning around it through strategies like timing withdrawals from retirement accounts, managing investment income, or considering Roth conversions can make a significant difference in how much of your Social Security benefit you actually keep in your pocket each year. Let's pull back to the big picture for a moment and talk about why all of this matters not just in June, but for the months and years ahead. Social Security is not a static program. It is constantly evolving, subject to legislative changes, administrative updates, court decisions, and the broader economic forces that shape inflation, interest rates, and the labor market. The Americans who are best positioned to maximize their benefits are the ones who stay engaged with the program, who check their accounts regularly, who understand how their benefits are calculated, who know their rights when it comes to corrections and adjustments, and who are not afraid to ask questions or seek help when something does not look right. Being 62 or older in America right now means you have options, and those options are more valuable when you actually understand them. One more thing deserves your attention before we bring this all together, and that is the question of survivor benefits and their intersection with retirement benefits for those who are 62 and older. If you are a widow or widower, you may be entitled to receive survivor benefits based on your deceased spouse's earnings record, and the interplay between survivor benefits and your own retirement benefits is one of the most nuanced and potentially valuable areas of Social Security planning. In some cases, it makes sense to claim one type of benefit early and then switch to the other type at a later age to maximize your lifetime income. The rules governing this kind of strategy have changed in recent years, but for many people in the 62 and older category, especially those who are married to someone with a high earnings record, the potential financial benefit is substantial and worth exploring carefully. So here is where everything comes together. June is not just another month for Social Security recipients who are 62 and older. It is a month where payment timing, COLA effects, benefit corrections, Medicare premium interactions, and legislative developments are all converging in a way that is creating real, tangible financial impact for millions of Americans. Some of that impact is showing up automatically in your bank account. Some of it requires you to take action, to log into your account, to review your payment details, to check your Medicare enrollment, to understand how your benefits are taxed, and to make sure you are not missing out on any programs or adjustments that you are legitimately entitled to. The money is there. The question is whether you are positioned to receive all of it. If you take nothing else away from everything you have just heard, let it be this. Social Security is your benefit, built built on decades of contributions you made to the system, and you deserve to receive every dollar that is coming to you. Do not assume that the SSA has everything perfectly calibrated on your behalf without any input or attention from you. Check your account, read your notices, ask questions if something looks wrong. Talk to a benefits counselor if you are uncertain about your options. The June surprise that is reaching Americans 62 and older right now is real. And it is a reminder that staying informed and engaged with your Social Security benefits is not just useful, it is essential. Your financial future in retirement depends not just on what the system provides, but on how well you understand and navigate what is available to you.